Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is National Master Belakis, and today we're going to take a look at a game played between Cooper and Ephraim, played at Lower Box Chess League every Thursday night in Bensalem. Cooper was with the white pieces and he played g3, and Ephraim played d5. This is an irregular opening, especially this move, bishop h3. Yes, his bishop is attacking the bishop on c8, but here black should have captured on h3, and the knight on the side is really bad. It's very passive here because it doesn't have a lot of squares where it can go, and black can attack the knight right away and gain a tempo. If you try to move the knight towards the center, then after knight f4, I could play e5, and look at this beautiful center. Black not that is only attacking the knight, but is also taking control over the center, opening up his bishop. Still has the initiative, and white has to move his knight again. So this will be just really bad, and black could play very aggressively here, for example, with queen h3, and white moved his knight around so many times and he didn't accomplish anything. So let's go back to the game. Black played a natural move, knight f6, Cooper played c4, finally bishop captures h3, knight captures h3, and black played e6. It was also interesting to capture this pawn, and if you play queen a4 check with a double attack, and with the idea to capture your pawn back, now because the queen on from d7 it blocks the check, and also attacks the knight on h3. So now white has to trade queens and black is up a pawn here. I could even take with the f knight and bring the other knight to c6. Let's go back to the game. b3 with the idea of bishop b2, and white set up his pawn structure here. The pawns they defend each other. Black played c6. I mean, this is a nice pawn structure. However, black played good moves, natural moves, solid moves, but did not play aggressive and did not try to punish white for his irregular opening, especially this knight on h3. And here I would like to this move d4 to attack the knight. And let's say you play knight a4 and just simple developing move bishop e7. And white has two knights on the side. Instead, black played bishop b4, white captured on d4, and black captured with the knight. Usually, I mean, black has planned different choices here. You can also capture with the c pawn to open up the c file and play for space advantage, attack the knight, chase the knights around. Again, the two knights on the side, and here you have this beautiful square for the rook on the c file. You also can play b5 to take the c4 square away from the knight. So black is doing really well here. Instead, of course, black could have captured with the e pawn also. It's many options here in this position. Knight takes d5, queen c2. Cooper defended his knight on c3. Frame developed with knight d7, and finally short castle. Now the king looks safe and sound, but the white square bishop is missing, so the white squares around the king are weak. It's a complex of weak squares, but for now black is not attacking. Queen f6 here. This was a very good move. Activated the queen and he attacks the knight on c3. Puts pressure on this knight on c3. White captured on d5, and again In the game, he captured with the c pawn. It was interesting to capture with the e pawn. Now, capturing with the c pawn, the c file opened up. There's no pawns on the c file, and white played bishop b2, finishing development, attacking the queen, connecting the rooks in the back rank, and black played queen h6. This was an aggressive move, attacking the knight on h3, and white played the surprising move rook a to c1, activating the rook from the corner, putting the rook on the open file, doubling up on the c file, and it looks like white was thinking of playing rook c, queen c8 check, sacrificing maybe the queen. This was the key moment of the game where black could have captured and should have captured on h3, not being afraid of queen c8 check, because after rook captures c8, rook captures c8, king e7, rook captures h8, black could just simply play knight f6 and attacking on h2. Rook c1 and knight g4. And rook c7 check, simply king d6 and followed by queen captures h2. In the game, white played knight f4, black played e5, knight captures d5, bishop captures d2, and rook c to d1. Black chose to castle and play normal regular moves. This was a very good move, h4, forcing the bishop go all the way back, and white opened up the file for the rook by playing knight c7 and attacking the rook and the knight. So this was a really, really good move by Cooper. I like the planning, the vision, the initiative, the activity of the pieces. And black captured on c7, queen captures c7, knight f6, and now Cooper captured on e5. It was interesting to capture on b7. You will have a queenside pawn majority, 2 versus 1. And black has two weaknesses also, e5 and a7. In the game, queen captures e5, rook f to a. This was a very good move, activating the rook, attacking the queen, and black played b6. Here was interesting to capture on e2 with the rook, and if rook d8 check, capture, queen takes d8 check, and knight e8. And black has this pendulum on the 6th rank of the queen with queen e6 or queen c6 to defend the knight and double on the e file. And later on, you could just push h6 and you have the h7 square for your king and pin yourself. Instead, black played b6, attacking the queen, and Cooper played queen d2. Very good move. He says, I'm going to defend my pawn on e2 and I'm going to trade queens because I'm up material. He's up a pawn and he has a fantastic bishop on b2. The open position, the bishop is better than the knight. Knight e4, this is a strong centralized knight. Rook d5, very good move. Doubling up the rooks on open file, fighting for the open file. f6, closing the bishop, opening up the king. And g4, this was very, very interesting plan. Cooper wants to play g5 here, and black played knight c5. Here, it was interesting to play king f1 or rook d2 to defend the pawn on e2. Cooper was sticking to his plan. He said, I have a plan, I'm going to stick to it. Black captured on g5, rook captures g5. Now the bishop opened up on the long diagonal, and black played g6, and Cooper has the pass pawn on the e file, and he just didn't care. He just played h5. He said, I want to get to the king. Rook captures e2, natural move. Rook on the second rank attacks the bishop. Bishop d4, and here black could have played knight e6 to fork the rook and the bishop. Rook g4, and then just simply step out from the pin, and after king f7, trading pawns, black can attack the queenside pawns from behind. Rook e1 check and rook b1. Instead, black played knight e4, still a move with the tempo, but doesn't fork the rook and the bishop. And after king f7, natural move, pawn takes, pawn takes. The bishop is on the board. White played very good king f1, attacking the rook, and now he won a piece. Now, I don't know what happened from here. These were the correct moves in the end, because here on the score sheet it said bishop captures b6, g5, and bishop captures a5. Maybe black was in time trouble. I'm not sure, but anyway, Cooper is a great talent from Lower Box Chess Academy. He's a former state champion, and we are looking forward to see how far he can go in his chess career. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you are interested to play with Lower Box Chess Academy organizes rated chess games and in the chess league every Thursday night from 7 to 8:30. Thank you and see you guys soon.